See, things have come to head, time out for scare you, scary route today. And follow us down Courage Lane, they cages in, break down the gates. We want all the smoke, like we chiefin' on a pound a day, but not talking intoxicating rage, not this intoxicating. This is far more tragic than what's comprehended. This has got to stop. I don't understand everything as a man. I'm authorized by God to make this petition. Believe it, especially when you hate and aim to kill a man.
Try that hand clap one more time, man. Get a little noise in here. Yes. There we go. TOTB, dopest show in the streets. Hey, welcome back to the hottest, man. We couldn't have did none of this without y'all. The season finale is here. We celebrating the Bears about to win. Speaking that to existence.
Yes, indeed.
Me? Even though Packers fans, man, y'all gonna be all right. Don't worry about it, man. It's our time to shine. Look, go follow us, TOTB_show on YouTube. The hottest show in the streets, TOTB, the dopest. On IG and TikTok, look, man, taking over all around the globe. It feels so good to know that our efforts over these years is being recognized, man. So shout out to people all over different states, countries, right? That's representing the brand. We love to be a staple for a platform for people to represent. We got some dope guests, of course, like we always do, but we're going to get to say that, man. We're going to save on. Feel me? Let's get the thinkers involved. You feel me? My man to the right, y'all know him as Captain Controversial, but he goes by Moolah Monster, man. Where can they find you, bro?
MoolahMonster.com. Go check us out, man. You can find all our latest and greatest videos. And I want to do shout out to all the people, man, who've been looking out for us, man. Detroit, Atlanta, and like you said, in different countries, man. We got Australia, Nigeria, California. We will be stopping at a location near you very soon. Vegas in April.
Oh, we in Vegas.
We'll be there. Yep. So check us out, man. MoolahMonster.com.
It is. Right across from him, y'all already know, man. It's the voice of reason, as I like to call it, man. Artist, pastor, D Jenkins, man. Where can they find you, bro? Ski.
What's up, great people? You can find me at DJenkins_25 on Instagram, IG, TikTok, Facebook, whatever it is. And of course, TOTB_show on YouTube, man. You know what it is. Getting tuned, staying tuned, great people.
Of course. You know I'm the voice of vibes, RMF. Call me Reggie Boone Ford on Facebook or IG. Listen, I don't want to waste no more time, man. It is a beautiful night here in Chicago. We about to have fun. The Bears about to win.
Yes.
You feel me?
Season finale.
Yeah. We celebrating all wins around here, man. Black unity. Togetherness, man. Let's have a good time. We definitely got something to talk about.
And let's get a hand clap for 5 years.
5 years strong,
5 years, man. Black brothers sticking together.
Man.
You know, through all the, you know what I'm saying? Like, salute to us, man.
I tell people all the time, man, Drew Hill had about 12 people come through their group, man. And we still rocking.
And another applause for the audience, man.
Hey, shout out to the audience, man.
We be having some of the dopest audiences. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Representing the right way.
Real talk.
Let's get our lovely guests. Welcome to the platform. It is always a pleasure here on behalf of Thinking Outside the Box and Indie TV to welcome our lovely guests, man. So let's start with Alexus. Give her a big hand clap. Welcome to the show. Where can they find you at?
So you guys can find me on Instagram at, I'm going to say both pages. So my main page is Official Veganese, and then my business page where you can find my hair growth oils is at The Real Blue X Rose.
Nice.
There it is.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Welcome. If you feel like you want to steal on him, we allow that, okay? He's going to, just saying it's cool, okay?
Yeah, all right.
Then right next to me, the beautiful Brittney. Give her a hand clap. Indeed. What can they find you at?
So my business is called the Young 60 Plus Club. It's an adult daycare service for seniors and people with disabilities. So we're in the south suburbs in Matteson, Illinois. So just our website is www.young60plusclub.com. And so you can also find us on Instagram and Facebook. And so we do go live from time to time. So you can see the activities that we do.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I like that. That's different.
Yeah.
Most
Okay.
definitely.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't realize Adult Day is actually the missing piece now for the change of healthcare. You know, everybody know Medicaid is changing right now. So with all the Trump administration and all those things, a lot of people are not aware of what's about to happen. Hospitals are going to be closing. They are talking a lot of change in the healthcare industry just due to the budget cut. And so people are trying to figure out, well, the health is still an issue with seniors and people with the need of support and respite care. And so when you think of respite care, the caregiver burnout is a real thing. And so instead of them constantly going back and forth to the hospital, Adult Day service is the way to go. I was a COVID response nurse and I actually saw the missing piece. And so as a nurse, I decided to open up an Adult Day service. So
Give a hand clap for that, man.
Definitely.
I love that you
Out the
uniqueness.
seniors.
I got questions already for
Yeah, I
that.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something dope, man. What you got for it?
So do you work with all insurers?
I work with all the MCOs and I also work with Department of Aging and Department of Rehabilitation. So I take Blue Cross, Molina, Aetna, Meridian, you name it, I got it.
Okay, so say that's excellent, man. That's good to know. So say somebody came in there and they struggling or don't have an insured. Do you guys provide like any information to help them to get insured in order for them to get services through you?
Absolutely. My private pay is actually more of an affordable rate
Okay.
for families with that need. So we do what we call a budget price based off of the area and the location.
Okay.
So, and then we also have sponsors. So we do partner with a lot of different small businesses and they donate to my organization. So if you all want to be a sponsor, we call it Sponsor a Senior.
Most definitely.
Nice.
Hey, we trying to push to where you ain't just get small business. You got some big. We need some big business
Yeah.
to sponsor that because that's need. That's much needed in our community.
And she's definitely going to get it bigger because, you know, the space she at, she's trying to get it bigger because there's a lot of more people at your. So I met Brittney maybe a year ago, maybe, right?
Yeah.
6 months to a year. And my mom was looking for a place where she can do some activity. You know what I'm saying? And we was trying to find a spot where she can, you know, get out the house because my mom is, you know, elderly. So she was, we were just trying to find a nice location where she can be mobile still because she loves to be outside. And we ran across Brittney's spot and she's been there for a while and she love it. You know, they do exercise, they go on outings, they go to concerts, you know what I'm saying? Like it's real big. So salute to you. I told you I was gonna bring you on, and you here, so
I appreciate that.
For sure.
I will say we're not like a regular Adult Day, so there's different types. So you really will find your niche in Adult Day, but we're set up like an event space. So it's jazzy, you know, it gives you more of a homey vibe.
Yeah.
People nowadays don't want to go somewhere where they feel like they're institutionalized and locked up in a place where they just boxed in. So when they come to a place that's set up like they about to have a party or go out for an event and activities, and we do a lot of socializing with other Adult Days and other senior centers. So we party. I'm not gonna lie to you. The seniors, like his mom, she was like, "Are we going to the casino?" I was like, "Hold on, casino, mom." But we gonna make some trips. But a lot of things, like we went to the Michael Jackson concert down at the theater. That was a really cool event. A lot of the times people look for like exercise, mobility, and then they still love to dance. So we have a few people who come in and teach line dancing or stepping. And then we also have an intergenerational program with the youth. So a lot of times people talk about gun violence. And this is where I had my son's grandfather actually got shot in Roseland and on his dad's side. And when I saw that, the young man was only like 16. I was like, how many people you know that had seniors in their life would pull a gun on a senior? So think about it. Yeah. So it's like, okay, so I created this program to say, put a senior in a child's life. I guarantee you're going to see the results of the reduce of gun violence in the community. So it's a big program because I look at everybody that I speak with and we done studies. Now in the classrooms, I always ask people to raise their hand about everybody got a grandparent, but then 50% will say I do activities with them. And then less than 25% actually talk about how often they go visit them. So when you see that disconnect or not that much engagement, it shows where the lack of morals, mannerism, respect, And so you see that where there's the, oh, I know not to go pull a gun on a senior,
Right.
or I know better to even pull a gun out, or I'm not going to have anything worthwhile after, you know, my lifespan. So I think a lot of the times it's somebody there giving them the wisdom that they need. And I just feel like being raised by seniors in my community, I was ward of state at one point. My grandparents raised me. My mom got her life together after I was 18. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you, a community of grandmas off 79th and Jeffrey raised me.
It is.
So it was a really good support system back then, and I feel like that's what made a lot of people solid that I know today. So I just want to give that back into the community and create it as a culture, because I know it worked for somebody like me. When you think about where you come from and what you've been through, people always say you could use what you've had in your past to either make you stronger or weaker, and you always have a choice. So I always tell people you always have a choice. And I've been through a lot. I tell people that Tyler Perry movie, they came out straw. Ain't got nothing on my family story. I tell y'all right now, I ain't got nothing on my story. And people tell me I should write a book. People tell me I should really give the gist of it. But I mean, growing up in the city, I will say it's not that you have a way out. I left the city when I turned 18, and then I came back and brought all my resources back.
That's good.
So that's what I
See,
did.
That's clap for that, man. That's beautiful.
That's so dope, you know, and I feel you on that as far as with the youth, you know, being that bridge to help bring the youth back to have that reverence for the elderly. And a lot of times, you know, I heard you say, you like, yeah, we do party. That's good, because a lot of times the elderly could feel forgotten. You know, they feel forgotten about it. Sometimes they feel like they're in prison in their own neighborhoods because no one is considering them. You know, it has been a change and a neglect and things of that sort when it comes to the elderly. So, man, I commend you for that. Man, that's a blessing.
Yeah.
That's a blessing. And we're going to promote that on we got a
definitely
segment. You're going to have to make sure you let them know the address and everything. So get ready for that. Get all that ready.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
You know the vibes. We are here, the dopest show in the streets, showcasing the dopest people in the streets. TOTB, man. Go subscribe if you ain't subscribed already, man, as we continue to get in tune on this beautiful Saturday night as we get ready to close out the year with the season finale. It feels so good to be in the building. Alexus, I am so curious to know about I'm bald-headed, so I can't probably use a lot of your stuff, but educate the people about what you got going on.
Okay, so I have a vegan hair oil, so it's 100% vegan. There's no chemicals, no preservatives. You can put it on your hair. You can put it on your face. You can use it as a body oil. You can put it on your beard too.
Cool.
So you can use it.
So it's very versatile. I actually started Blue X Rose when I was going through like a really rough time of my life. So I feel like this is like the bloom of it.
Nice. Okay.
So you say you started when you was going through a rough time. So it's a saying that the idle mind is the devil's playground. You would think at that time to keep your mind from being idle and then just focusing on the things that you was going through. You utilized the production of that to help take you through that point in your life. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I feel like that's fair to say because I always kind of had like an entrepreneur mindset, and like I just feel like a 9 to 5 just don't fit for me.
Got it.
So I feel like, I did get inspired by another creator. She has like a cosmetic brand. I believe the name is Moon X Cosmetics. I don't know if anybody's familiar with that, but she was I think 21, and she blew up overnight and made like $1 million on her products really overnight. So that inspired me. I'm like, okay, she did like a nice face oil that was viral. So I'm like, okay, maybe I can do something similar to that. But my main goal was to really like grow my hair back out because I was like really like stressed, and then my hair was like going through a lot of changes. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, let me start like mixing stuff up together. So I started with like aloe vera, and that cleared up my face really, really good. And then I started putting it on my hair, and then I just added like some coconut oil in there.
Mhm.
And then like over the 3 years, I just been doing my research on like a lot of plant-based ingredients.
Yeah.
Cause I want everything to be 100% natural, and then cause a lot of products out here today is like filled with so many like chemicals and stuff that's, I ain't gonna say it's probably legal. But no, like a lot of stuff that we put in our skin, like on our skin, on our
That's
hair,
true.
it really affects us like internally.
Yeah.
And then I also went vegan around the same time, so I feel like that kind of intertwined with me trying to really make sure things are like benefiting you from the inside out too, not just it's like, oh, this is just like a hair oil.
So
it's really like deeper than that.
right, because you said skin too, and that's what I was going to say. So like I get a lot, like my fingers be peeling like crazy because I'm always working outside and things like that. Washing my hands with hot water, drying my skin out, peeling it back. It'll help for even stuff like that.
I believe so, because it's real lightweight, and they got the aloe vera in there, got the Dr. Sebi recommended oil, the botana oil, if anybody's familiar with that.
Right.
The tea tree oil. I feel like the tea tree oil really add like a little spice in there, because like I got my nose pierced, right? So I end up getting a keloid because I'm real sensitive to like fake metals, and like I have eczema. Growing up, I had eczema, so like certain metals and like certain things don't sit right with my skin. So I feel like with that tea tree oil in there, it really, well, back to the keloid, it actually removed my keloid when I started putting the oil on there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, this really, clear up some things. And then I started putting on my face just started clearing up. So it really, it does some wonders.
I'm gonna try it out.
It really does.
And I'm gonna continue to blast you because you did something. You just did something. You don't even know what you did. I don't know if everybody's paying attention. But you talked about a person that inspired you, and you plugged them on the show where we trying to highlight you, and that says a lot about your character.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And I appreciate that, and I'm sure whoever that was you was promoting, I'm pretty sure they appreciate that too. So with that being said, we gonna continue to promote you. I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna see what it do.
Yeah, even for us bald brothers, so I might try to get my waves back. Never know. TOTB the dopest, man. We back in the building, man, for the season finale. It feels so good to be here in the land of living, celebrating just life. We got a lot to talk about, man. I'm so glad to have these two lovely ladies here to represent and talk about what they got going on. But we definitely have a topic that I want the nation to expound on. Ladies, please give us your opinion on this. Audience, we need some guidance when it comes to the overall subject. So, D. Jenkins, what are we talking about?
I have a question that I want to raise, and it is simply, why can't you just understand me? Why can't you just understand me? Usually when we hear that, it's from an argumentative perspective. You know what I mean? Especially when you're dealing with two opposite genders, relationship issues and whatnot. So we raise a question, but we don't want to approach it from an argumentative aspect. We want to approach it from a place of where we can actually have a civilized conversation by raising a question to the women and to the men. If it was one thing, you hear me, that you can get males to understand about women, what would that thing be? And to the men, if it was one thing that you can get women to understand about men, what would that be?
I like that.
Dropping it right there in your lap. So, chime in with those comments. Definitely would appreciate some feedback. Of course, we got to ask the ladies, but of course, we just want to know. You hear all the time in society, in relationships, or just family and friends, all that. There's a disconnect from understanding each other. Causes a lot of frustration, things like that, arguments, tires slashed and stuff, whatever. But a lot of times people just want to be understood. So let's go with Alexus. What is one thing you wish the opposite sex just understood about?
Or about you?
Or about you?
No, it's a lot of things.
I mean, it's a lot. She got to think. She was trying to pick one.
Trying to word this correctly.
Take your time. Take your time.
I'll probably say that. Now you said what a man should understand about.
Yeah, about you.
If it's one thing that he can understand, that you can help him understand, that it seems we may have trouble with understanding. What do you think it would be that would help the relationship, or help us have a better friendship? Is it one thing that you feel? Yeah.
I'll say probably trust. Like having more like faith, like an open mind.
Being open-minded?
Being more open-minded.
Okay. You feel like a lot of men aren't really open-minded when it comes to you? Kind of like one-sided?
It depends. I would just say I feel like men probably have like a hard time trusting women. Thinking like all
Okay.
I wouldn't argue that at all.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Any of your previous relationships, you had problems with men trusting you?
Me personally, I don't think so. I think it was the other way around.
You didn't trust them.
Him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And that led to maybe some
distrust on the other end.
Right.
Yeah. And then.
So when you say trusting and you say you want them to trust you, you're not just speaking from a point of because some people would just be simple and just be like, oh, like as far as you cheating, just as far as you trusting that I got your back, trusting that I'm locked in, trusting that I'm 100% with you.
Yeah.
You talking about in totality, just trusting, like to understand that it's okay to be vulnerable enough to trust me.
Yeah.
Okay. I can feel that.
I can feel that.
I can feel that.
Yeah, that's a.
Because that's why a lot of men choose that. That's why a lot of men fight against getting married, because they don't completely trust that woman. You think about it, they too scared to really jump out there.
But where that come from though? Like, if we want to really bring it back, is being like trusting somebody, not trusting somebody, but they haven't gave you anything to make them
trusting you.
Exactly.
That could be the situation. I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying whatever it may. It could come from that. It could come from past trauma. It could come from bad relationships with women who have done them wrong. But still, I see what she's saying. Like she just feel like if that's one thing she can get to understand, because y'all said her in general too. Like just understand. Like trust me. If I'm in this thing, then I'm in it. And I ain't like them other ones.
Yeah, I'm not like them.
I'm not like them. Yeah, she said, that's what she said, that every woman ain't the same. So I can get that.
Yeah.
One thing I wish women understand, like men, we need a safe space, right? We need a safe place where we can come to them without being judged, right? And sometimes we have this tough, exterior where sometimes we don't want it to, because maybe we lost that trust in them maybe before, because they probably threw it back in our face, or vice versa, however it goes. But really, men do want to talk to his spouse, his mate, his partner. We do want to talk to you, but sometimes when we get that little disconnect from them, we don't want to go back no more. Like we're not going back to the table. So sometimes y'all just got to just listen. We just want y'all to just listen, not even just talk. Just listen to her, because we really want to get something off our chest that we can't tell our guys. We can't tell our brother. So and really, your chick is supposed to be the closest thing to you, right? You're supposed to be able to tell her everything, but like I said before,
better be if you got to sleep and wake up next to her. You don't want no Al Green situation. You know what I'm talking about?
Shout out to Al Green.
Shout out to Al Green.
I like that. I definitely want to spin back on that, because I have something to say about that. But Britt, One thing you wish the opposite sex fully understood about.
I would say for me, I feel like I'm built tough. I'm built strong. And so with that, I had to learn that a lot of people see you as, oh, and I'll use like looks. People will be like, oh, you're beautiful. You got everything going for yourself. Everything look fine and pretty, right? But like I just kind of explained to you all, I had a past, I had a history. And so most people that you tend to meet tend to just see that glass, that pretty glass. And so what I've learned with men sometimes is until they understand where that root of what made me this beautiful glass, I feel like depending on their level of security or confidence, energy, strength, capabilities. I mean, a lot of things, men are either providers or supporters and they lead. And like you mentioned, if you want a woman to be submissive or listen, you got to at least meet a certain level of foundation in all those different categories. So when I say I'm built tough, or I should say strong, there's a certain tier of a strong man that I would have to encounter. I can't take somebody who is fragile, weak-minded, give up on a lot of things. So when I look at things, I feel like I'm a little bit limited. So what's being misunderstood for me would be I'm not always easily to be approached because there's some thick skin.
Feel that. She say she ain't no pushover. I like that.
So being, you always had this independent type mentality?
No, I think the environment that I grew up in put me in the survival mode. And so with that survival mode, I'll use an example. When I left Chicago, I didn't have a place to stay. I went to Bloomington housing, but I found the place where I was able to build my house from the ground up with my own hands. So it's like when men talk about, oh, you changed the garbage disposal, a septic tank, or ejector pit, like you got on the roof, hand and nails. I did the whole thing. I had my house for 16 years before I started my business. I sold everything. And so it's like when a man be like, I mean, I do like when a man open doors for me. I do like the common gestures, you know, I'm gonna open the door back, but it's like a certain tier of those things. Like you're like, hold on with the doors.
No. I love it because he said independent and you said no. You said no, not independent. Just I've been in put in position in a situation. I've been put in position where I had to be in survival mode. So it's like I'm not saying I'm independent. I'm just saying don't think I'm a pushover. You know, just because you see the beauty or don't think that I'm a pushover. You don't understand that I'm strong. So I expect you as the man to be. You gotta be at a certain level of strength. Have a certain level of strength about yourself to even attract me.
Correct.
You know. So I feel that 100%. You know what I mean? She ain't say independent. You know, you got some that she like, I'll open the door for me. She wants you. In other words, I want you to be a man for me. Just don't try to run over me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I feel that. I do.
Interesting. Got a lot of meat on that bone too. TOTB, the dopest. We're here for the season finale, talking about something that I feel is very vital. And while we in the spirit of expressing what we would like the opposite sex to understand about us, I want to take this time to speak on my behalf. I'm not speaking on no other man here. Okay.
Okay.
And actually, sure, I'll look right into it. So, I would like women to understand about me. I don't like when you want to talk about stuff at the wrong time. Okay? There's a time and place. For example, if we laying down, about to go to bed or whatever, laying on my chest and you say, let me ask you a question. Why would you pick that time to want to talk to me about something serious? That is the wrong time to want to talk. Okay? If you got something serious you want to talk about, we can talk about it, but let's do it tomorrow. But if you say that to a woman, it's like, oh, you being dismissive. That's one. Another one. If I come home from work and you knew all day you was mad about something you seen on social media, you knew about this all day, you wait till I get home to confront me about this issue. I ain't even took off my shoes yet.
Oh.
There's a time and a place to have these discussions. And for me, I shut down a lot when a woman wants to be argumentative because I'm real mild-mannered. I just wish women understood it's not what you say, it's how you say it and when you say it. It's always a time and a place. Now, also, in the same spirit, let's not wait before we become intimate, okay? If you know you on my chest and we sipping and I'm ready to do something and you be like, I just got a question real quick. Why wait? You see what I'm saying? It's a timing thing for me. And I find in a lot of my past relationships, I'm not as open to communicate with women when they want to talk on their terms, but it's not the most feasible for me. So I wish women would understand how. Okay, got that out the way.
But you say you closed off. So when do you expect them to talk to you? I just want to know.
Yeah, because pillow talk, like you said, it's legal when you with us.
Not at home. When we work 12 hours.
Right.
I'm saying the timing. If it's 2:00 in the morning, baby, and you laying on my chest saying, "Can we talk?" I'm not trying to talk at 2:00 in the morning.
Dang.
Let's talk tomorrow. I mean, maybe I'm wrong for that.
No, they say you
But
wrong.
it's like,
They say
why
you
do you
wrong.
pick this time to talk? Okay, if you're upset, you had all day to talk about this now.
Okay, so am I
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna say that I do agree with a lot of things that you say, but there's a certain level of what we call the maturity of how we deal with each other.
Okay.
And so when you mention that someone's holding something in, just like when you say a man want to wait till the next day, everybody always process of making sure the words are able to get a result. So normally when you are trying to speak with someone, you may be at a more calmer stage. You might have been more approachable. You might not have 101 things going on in your life to where if you're settled, this could be the time where I know you're going to focus on that conversation. Now, her approach might have not been the best timing because you said it's so late in the day. So she probably didn't know you were super tired. She probably should have asked questions before trying to start a long conversation. But I really do think that a woman's intention naturally is to make sure it is, like he said earlier, in a safe place. So if I'm coming to you, if you want peace and a safe place, I want to be able to have that in return.
Answer your question, just to rebuttal that. And I agree with you. If you have an issue with your man, let's say you saw someone on social media you didn't like at all, and it's 4:00 in the afternoon. He gets home at 5:00. What time are you going to address that issue?
I'm not going to address that. And that's why I said I agree with a lot of things you said.
Okay.
But I will say there, like when you mentioned there's a time and place, and if something is brewing on your heart, you're going to feel the energy, right? You're going to feel the energy. Like, let's say if they like, the body language is going to be expressive before you get to that point. So it's going to also be up to you to say, hey, I had a long day. Is this something we could talk about now? Or can it wait a couple of hours to reset before?
Give them the option.
The reason why I say give them the option is because obviously you mentioned it happened earlier. So again, they didn't call you right away. Women can be impulsive, right? And reactive. So when we didn't, that's showing some maturity, maybe not enough.
Okay.
But I will give credit to those things that I did hear and things that could have been still worked on.
Okay, get me together. Moolah, what you think?
That's real talk. Like, I'm the opposite. I'm talking at 2 in the morning.
Are you really?
My man.
I'm keeping 100. I'm talking at 2 in the morning. I was dating women who didn't talk.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want somebody I can communicate with and converse with, and we can chop it up and come up with ideas and goals and stuff like that. Like, I want that. But it seems like you getting the negative of it, right? You know what I'm saying? So, like, that part is hard because you steady you know what I'm saying, letting it just build up. Like, if you don't want to talk, it's going to be something else. It's going to be something else. So now when she ready to talk, she got a whole list of stuff she want to talk to you about.
So you're saying no matter what time or what situation, when she wants to talk, no matter how you feel, you got to let her talk.
It's like what she said, you know, is it a good time, you know what I'm saying, for us to talk?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
I think it's really how you see it, ain't what you say, is how you see it. You know, women need to take that, you know what I'm saying, that course, because when they want to talk, they just blurt it out. They could be doing a game. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want to talk during the game. That's for sure. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We gambling and we keep it.
He don't want to talk when he's gambling.
I don't want to talk when my phone buzz and I'm, you know, gambling. That's irritating.
Yeah, they
you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to talk those 2 times. You know what I'm saying?
So can I say this? So, Reg, I feel you, and like I said, I agree with you as well, but on certain things. Mm-hmm. But I think the issue is not necessarily her talking to you at that time. I believe it's more so her understanding what aggravates you. She should understand. She should take time to understand that this aggravates me. I'm not one of those people that want to be talked to about this at this time. Catch me when I'm aware and I'm up. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
That's what I believe really is what the issue is. Yeah. You want, you know, and he got that right. You know, to feel like that. You know, I'm like you. You know, I always tell people when you're married, pillow talking is legal. You know, so and if you in a serious relationship and y'all exclusive, then it's legal too. You know, so it's at that time with me, when me and my wife, if we talk during those times, you know, you can bring up whatever, because it's at that time she probably feel more safe.
Is everything legal?
For married
hold on. If I come to you, Gran, I got a problem with the bam. Is that gonna be in your pillow talking? If I come to you like a brother?
No, we ain't talking about confiding and things. No, we ain't talking about that. I'm just saying pillow talk. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying what we talking about. You know what I mean? There's some things you may tell me. If you come to me and say, I want to tell you something, but, you know, please don't discuss this with your wife. And you one of the people that know to tell me that, because you know if you don't, I might just discuss it. You know what I'm saying? Right. And you be like, don't tell your wife. And I be like, and I can honor that. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Yeah. Okay. Now, go ahead. You have something to say? Go ahead.
I was going to say one other thing that I have noticed with people that have certain energy of expressing, like when they get easily aggravated or upset, there might have already been like some history, either the past or a current situation. So
some trauma.
And so I'm gonna just say, not saying that you might do this, but if people that you're laying in bed with by that time, if they are easily aggravating your spirit by just asking a question,
it is some trauma somewhere.
It's kind of giving that question of, should y'all really be in the bed together?
Man.
I don't want to just throw that out there, but in reality, if I'm laying next to somebody that loves me unconditionally, and normally that's that stage, you should be able to, okay, is this going to be a regular every nighter? Because I need to know, like, we're going to have to redirect this. But the goal is, if you came back to her in a positive spirit, to just say, take control as the man and tell her how to nurture this conversation, then she would respect that more, to say, you know what, baby, I'm listening to you, but I'm tired. And maybe we could talk about this in the morning after you feed me breakfast.
Love it. I love it.
That's something you would do. And as a man, we're going to be like, okay, baby, if you really bother her, be like, okay. And if listen that first night, but then give her guidance on how to move forward. And so sometimes teaching, and as people saying, what is the word that they use? Courting your woman. Courting your woman, teaching them the foundation of you. Because normally if you're going to lead, you have to be able to also exemplify that as a good man, to where, okay, what if you gave her bad advice? What if you told her, I don't care what you got to talk about, and shut up and turn around? You'd be like, as a woman, I'm not making you breakfast in the morning.
But you know what though? It depends on the maturity of the woman when it comes down to a man teaching. Because some women are stuck on their own path. They think that no accountability. It's women who 50 years old don't take no accountability. They think every man they've been with, it was their fault.
It's both sides. But I agree. It takes And I would say probably even
That's
in my
why.
past.
But listen, that's why men choose younger women.
Oh, man.
to most,
Wait,
No, listen.
Hey, hold on.
Listen what I'm saying.
Please tell me.
A lot of men who's older, they have a 30-year-old woman, 25-year-old woman, because she still is willing to learn.
teachable.
She's teachable.
But
These
some men,
days?
wait. But
Yes.
some men,
Oh, man.
but again, you got to also understand there's some men who are not on that tier of being able to teach.
That's
Yes.
true.
So when
That's
you
true.
have the men in their older age that are not educated enough to teach, you're not going to be able to deal with a woman who's already educated on what a man should be providing.
That's true.
So that's why the men that go with the
Both
younger
got to
women,
be able to receive,
Yeah.
right?
Of course.
Because she can teach him, things too. I think it's vice versa. But the man is, we are the king, and we do supposed to teach our women certain things. We do supposed to show them certain things where they can pick up on, and knowing, that's about us. There's certain the things, man, a woman should know that's her man. Her man would do this. You know what I'm saying? We should never have to go off, track where a woman don't understand us. Especially you've been with, when I've been with a woman for a long time, 2, 3, 4 years, I know her because I'm doing the work. I'm not just sitting there, coming home, getting on social media. We talking, I'm learning
Spending
you.
time.
I want to see
Communicate.
the bad and the good. You know what I'm saying? Because I took you with the bad and the good, so I want to see it. You know what I'm saying? You can't just keep feeding me good. I want to see the bad part about you, because ain't nobody perfect. You know what I'm saying? So I'm willing, but I know I've been with some women who wasn't willing to learn. They was like, man, F what you talking about.
Which is normal.
Well, can I say?
It's not normal. That don't supposed to be
something
normal.
else?
It's not
You
supposed
fine.
to be, but it is.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna say something else, and just in light of that, from it, and I don't want to say just from all experience, but I will say, listening to my friends and my peers and past experience, a lot of times women who've experienced things men has not. Have you men ever felt that you dated a woman out your league where you?
That's all right. Come on.
Wait, the reason why I'm
it.
asking this question is because when men like to go for what they see in front of them, and then when they get the woman thinking that she is great in all these things, but then if you can't keep up, you can't provide, you can't flourish, you can't provide additional support, you can't do any of these things, and she still has to do all these things as if she's single, or another man can do it way better. And I'm not saying that the man can't level up, but what I'm asking is, as a man for themselves, do they look at the self once they get in the door and reevaluate, you know what? I've not seen a man say, you know what, she out my league. They just keep trying and trying.
Hell no, ain't nobody out our league. We go for the gusto.
Can I say right now?
Lala come through there, we shooting our shots.
I got an answer for that.
But have y'all ever seen
I'm gonna
that?
tell you that. I'm gonna tell you how
That's
that works
funny.
with a real man. When a real man runs into a woman that he may feel like that without even saying it, just feel out his league, he will take that opportunity to allow her to help him grow even farther and be better than what he was. He will utilize that to push him into his purpose to become the leader, even to that woman that he might have felt without his lead. That's what a real man would do. A weak man will run. If they feel like it, they will try to dog her out. They would try to belittle her just to make themselves feel good.
Yeah, and that's where when you talk and just hearing from a lot of people, that's when men go dealing with other younger women, and so
Okay.
statistically, that's what happens because we ain't taking the BS up front, and so
Well, it's half and half now. Don't.
It keeps,
I'm
We ain't
just
gonna
giving-
go
I'm
there.
just giving
It's a lot
some.
of it's a lot of immature 40-year-old women.
Oh, it is. I got some
It's
friends.
a
where I
lot.
go,
So you know what I'm saying, and there's a lot of immature 40-year-old men.
Yeah.
Also, you know what I'm saying. But when a 40-year-old man go for a woman who's 25, that 25 her mentality can be, you know what I'm saying, very mature. You know what I'm saying. So it ain't always, he's getting someone that's lacking. You know what I'm saying.
Wait though, But I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest, Jeff. Like majority of dudes I know that go for younger women, they going for that reason. I ain't never heard them admit to that. You know what I mean? I ain't saying it ain't some of us that do feel like they going for them because they it's a bailout to me for a lot of men, and it's a bailout. You know, they don't want to go for the woman that's gonna make them accountable. You know, that's gonna push them. I'm just being honest.
Well, I guess it's something because
accountability.
If a man 50, 60 years old, I'm keeping one. I'm gonna say me. I don't want a chick my age. Why?
But do you want them 25?
No, I don't want my age.
Right,
though.
I ain't.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm not knocking that. I'm not.
Give me a decade off or something.
I ain't. I'm not knocking that at all. I understand what you're saying. But see, and tell me if I'm wrong. But I think you saying that from a perspective of most of the women you know that's probably your same age is not to your liking.
No, they cool. But I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Why they only cool?
A lot of them are stuck. Listen, I'm not trying to, no,
I'm not asking. I'm not
weed through all the,
right.
You know what I'm saying, the bad to get a good. No, I'm not doing that.
Oh,
they stuck in their own ways.
You think it's too much baggage to come along with,
man.
Okay, I feel you.
And they got grandkids all in the crib running around. I ain't know that.
Okay.
That's funny.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I'll give you math real quick. I believe that I wish that women would understand that don't take the masculinity of a man as a threat.
Okay.
You know, I think it's a lot of women out here who take masculine men, they take it as a threat. You know, sometimes I may say something, and just because my tone don't mean I'm screaming. You know, you should expect a man to be firm. It's too many women out here that's too subjective to coming to soft men. You know, and I know when to be gentle. You know, and sometimes I may not be gentle as much as I'm supposed to. I'm not perfect. But don't take my masculinity as a threat.
Well, you do get loud though, Grant.
But I'm just saying. A lot of times, sometimes it's just the tone. A lot of times it ain't screaming. And I ain't just talking about screaming. I'm just saying you got a lot of women who take that, just speaking up. And I'm not talking about just in my relationship, even in the workplace. You know, because I work around people and I don't even have to scream. I could just not be in agreement with management with things that they doing. And because I speak up on it, they hate that. Yeah. Like I'm supposed to just shut up and be quiet. Yeah. No, I didn't curse you out. I didn't scream at you, but I told you was wrong based upon tentative agreements and things and whatnot. But because I'm man enough to speak up, men I hate it a lot of times. And that's just the masculine part of me that I refuse to give in to anybody because that's how God created me to be.
I like how you reference that, especially when it comes to masculine part internally, but physically, like you're not a small guy. So, you know, that can come off as a little bit of aggressive or people will shy away from. And, you know, Alexus mentioned the key word for me, which is why I brought my scenario up, was trust, right? She talked about how that looked for her. And I hate to get back on this.
Go ahead.
But if you talk to me at 2:00 in the morning, goddamn it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like, why choose that time?
Riz, but you know, has trust always been an issue with you in your relationship?
Absolutely.
So is that a self issue, not a relationship issue?
I don't think so. I feel like, this may sound weird, I feel like coming in the door with the woman, I feel like I'm already in the negative because of how I look. Like, oh, you look a certain way, so you got to prove to me that you don't got a lot of women. You got to prove to me that you got to prove.
So you're dating the wrong type of woman. That's what it sounds like.
I've been telling you this.
but there's nothing wrong with that either.
Well, I think the problem is when you say coming through the door. So I deal with that issue from a business aspect. I've learned just in general, like people are always assuming that I have a whole bunch of people in I don't allow people in my space like that. So when you don't have a lot of people in your space, you don't entertain. There's a way you deal with business on the outside, and then there's a way you deal with the person that you're talking to on your personal level. When you show there's a separation and a disconnect, that's up to that person to determine that environment. And same thing with you, where y'all build y'all own little foundation. You shouldn't have outside knocking at your door or in your living room. So when you mention that, the insecurity or other issues that people have, if it's you or the other party, y'all have to have those type of conversations to weed that out. And maybe if they have a history of it, then you have to have those conversations early.
Do you think a man should be more patient with a woman that has insecurity issues coming into a relationship?
It depends on what you're trying to build. Are you really building something long-term, or are you building something for the life lesson?
Sure.
And from a man perspective, how I would answer that is, anytime you go into a relationship, if you plan on being something serious or you plan on being exclusive with one another, then it's both of you all's obligation to make each other feel comfortable, to prove that I'm not on that anymore, that I'm looking to be with just you. That's an obligation for both parties when you're courting, if you plan on being serious.
Okay. Well, let me get off the couch, man.
I got a question. I got a question. I'm gonna start with you though, Brittney.
Mm-hmm.
In any of your past relationships, have it been the reason? Has it been you been the reason that the relationship is no longer there no more?
I would say any of them, yes. And so I hold that part of accountability where the old Brittney, 10 years or 15 years ago, I ain't gonna show my age too much, but when you think about where I started from, I was very argumentative. I was very reserved, and people couldn't tell me anything. It took okay, so when I talk about my background, I always tell people it's key to ask a woman if they was raised by a man, like a father figure in their life, or if they didn't have a father figure.
That's a good question.
That's a good one.
If people have to learn through experience over time of dating the wrong type of man, they eventually figure it out. So when people ask me questions based off my personal experience, I think that it makes a huge difference, because a woman who had their father since they were little gave them guidance on telling them, don't date these type of men, don't date these things, and don't bend on these things, don't settle for these things. And we learn like, well, I love you, but I'm trying to work it out, figure it out. And then you're learning bad behaviors. And then we go to the next relationship, it's passed through another standpoint. Yeah. So I say that that's really the core. And that's why I always tell people it's very important when we deal with the fathers. And I have highs and lows in my relationships. And with that past, I will say I work on them now in the future. So I learn my life lessons. But as of today, as you could hear me speak, we always learn from our mistakes.
Like that. Excellent. What about you?
I want to piggyback what Brittney said, piggyback on what she said. I can vouch for like, okay, if you like didn't grow up with a father figure, but I always had like my mom to kind of like tell me like what to do, what not to do. So it's kind of like, I wouldn't say, I'm not trying to call her like a father figure, but you know, it's like you have that head of the household where they tell you both. So I feel like I had that, but then I feel like to a certain extent, it did kind of take a toll on me to where I do have a hard time probably like listening to men fully. And it's like, okay, I have to look at myself like, okay, I didn't grow up with a father. So it's like, I don't really know like that voice of a man, I should say. So they can have like issues in a relationship or relationships or whatever. And then like far as like my past relationships, they don't really count because I was young. That's high school stuff. So I don't really look at them type of relationships. But as far as like currently, I feel like I'm just learning how to really listen to it. Like how you said earlier, like when you just learn how to listen, you just shut up, not just shut up. Listen at moment, and just balance out, you know, probably like what you like learned from your mom. Yeah. And okay, when the actual like man comes into your life, try to take heed to it instead of like pushing it away. Because maybe this is like new for you and you're not really like familiar to it. So I found myself like really just trying to balance that out. It's tough because it's new. Yeah. So, but I'm working.
But that's how, you know, shout out to single mothers too, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got a hard job. And what you saying is like men meet women just like you. And they have problems, you know what I'm saying? He might have problems because he didn't have his dad in his home. to know how to treat a woman. You didn't have your dad in your home, so you might don't know how to treat a man, right? And they try to learn on the go, but it'd be so much confusion, so much, you know what I'm saying, toxic things that goes on during those times. Sometimes you learn through all, when you go to your next relationship. That's why you say your pre-relationship really don't matter right now, because those all was just learning.
Yeah,
you know,
that was like kitty stuff. That's literally high school. I'm 27, so that was like high school relationship. Don't even like into relationships.
And that's how relationships supposed to go. You're supposed to learn from, you know, if you don't stay with the one that you've been with for a while, you're supposed to learn from them. You know, I'm not going to do this, you know, and you hope that the person that you meet don't have a lot of baggage bringing in, because now you got to weed all that out. And that's what you're talking about. Like, man, they already cursed through the door when they meet you. You know what I'm saying? You got to go through 2 o'clock in the morning waking you up. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to talk. Hey,
I feel like, and once again, y'all know we got the dopest podcast show in the season finale, man. We about to get ready to, you know, get ready to continue to enjoy this night and watch our Bears do their thing. But I do, as we close that little part out, I do want to say I do agree with actually everybody. But no, I do agree with it, because especially as you get older, and it is very vital to have your father for women in their life to have the blueprints to be know how to be treated. You know,
standards.
My marriage, my past marriage, I'm not married anymore, but my marriage really taught me how to really be better as a husband for the next one. Each relationship I've been in, it kind of taught me more and more. So I do agree that a man should be a little bit more patient, you know, if he really sees a woman that he wants to invest in, even if she has trauma. I just want to highlight.
She got trauma, she can go.
No, see, you just got to have therapy. I think a lot of times people they forget therapy is the reason for therapeutic.
Yeah. I mean, well, therapy isn't, I love my therapist. You know, therapy, I mean, I do. I feel like therapy over the last few years has really changed my life, especially as I, you know, just turned 40. So, you know, it really, you know, changed the landscape of my life. But I do think relationships should seek therapy together.
Yes.
You know, don't just limit it to you go see therapy, then when you're done with your therapist, come back and holler at me. No, let's talk together to somebody if we want to see this kind of build to something.
And not to divert from what the two different scenarios as far as having a father figure in your life and having a single mother. One thing that I've come to realize, and you tell me if you disagree, is that active, real men who are active fathers, they have a habit of raising women who know not to be slutted, allow themselves to be slutted out. And single mothers who are active in their child's life, they have a excellent rapport of raising women to be ladies.
Huh?
You know, both ends. So shout out to the single fathers and to the single women and to those that's working together to raise outstanding people.
I love it. Love that. Man, y'all speaking some gems up here, man. We educating the people here tonight. Listen, we gonna shout out to the plug, man. We got to highlight these ladies, man. Shout out to the plug.
Most definitely. This is time. Shout out to the plug. This is time we promote the outstanding people that we come across and those that help us keep going forward in what we do. And today we want to definitely shout out our wonderful guests and the things they have going. Brittney, please tell them where they can find you and what you're about.
So the Young 60 Plus Club is at 4437 Lincoln Highway in Matteson, Illinois. Okay. We're open Monday through Friday. We're also closed on the weekends and the holidays, but we also rent the space out for event space as well. And remind you, we do community outreach with the youth as well. So
most definitely. Alexus.
Okay, so you guys can find Blue X Rose, the hair oil, at bluexrose.com or on Instagram at The Real Blue X Rose.
It is.
All right, most definitely. Also, we got some other outstanding people we want to shout out, man. Shout out to Moon Habrowski, man, the No Hunter podcast, man. Brother came to rock with us, man. Shout out to him, man. Today, I want to shout out T-Mac, man. Terrence McClurge and his book, Message to the Streets. You can always find it, man, on wherever you find your books at, whether it's Kindle or whatever you get your books from. Y'all go check them out. We also got another outstanding, we got to get on the show, man. Lola D. Smith with this awesome book, Mending Masculine Hearts. Mending Masculine Hearts, man. Y'all Yeah, we got some great people we got coming up that's gonna be on here to broadcast some of the great things that they're doing. Speaking of great things we doing tomorrow, we're gonna do a little bit of outreach. We got a coat and sweater giveaway tomorrow. Survival Pack Foundation. We're linking up with Jehovah Jireh and Nourishing Waters in Discipleship of Christ on the west side of Chicago. We're doing a coat and a coat and sweatshirt giveaway, hoodie giveaway. You know, so. Man, we're doing some good things in the community. Also, we want to shout out Bear Down Barbecue.
Yep.
Bear Down Barbecue. We can't go without shouting out Bear Down Barbecue. As we finna get ready for this Bears game coming up next. And with that, man, as we keep moving forward, shout out to the plug.
Shout out
to the plug.
Shout out to the plug.
Hey, we want to shout out. We got my man Tab in here. We got my man Clay in here. Shout out to them boys for coming out here. You know what I'm saying? Representing TOTB. You know what I'm saying? The hottest, dopest podcast in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the people who watching in Maywood too, man. Salute y'all on the south side. We can't forget your peoples. You know what I'm saying? And what we got here, man? Listen, we got gifts for our guests.
Indeed.
You know?
From the very own Moolah Monster Collection.
Yes.
Okay.
For those who don't know, the latest and greatest in urban wear, Moolah Monster.
Oh, this
Yes.
is
I don't know what y'all doing on other podcasts, but this podcast, we give gifts out, man.
Part of the family.
Y'all officially family.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all been blessed in.
Yes.
Y'all
Yes.
receiving those gifts.
Yes.
so beautiful.
Oh,
Thank
definitely.
you.
Represent.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
So yeah, shout out
Shout
to
out
the
to the plug.
Shout out to the plug indeed. Okay, y'all, look. It's that time. Normally we would just go and get in that bag, and man, I know everybody's ready to indulge and see what our Bears is gonna do. You know, we're gonna represent and get our rematch, our leg back against these Packers.
Yeah.
So look, man, this is the season finale. Look, I want to highlight how important it is to thank all of you, all our subscribers. You better just tune in on TikTok or whatever, man. Ain't no way we could have went all these years without y'all. Thank you. All right. We definitely coming to your city soon. We're gonna be in Vegas soon. We're gonna be in Atlanta. We just doing a lot of shows next year. Different spots. So continue to rock with us, man. They're part of the fam now. So y'all welcome anytime. Anytime you want to pull up, just say I'm gonna come through the show. You ain't even gotta ask. Feel me?
You get that new space. You know what I'm saying? You get this new product. Y'all come here. Y'all always welcome.
Yes, indeed.
Appreciate it.
Hopefully you can maybe get my waves back. You know, with your
Hey,
stuff.
it's been growing some ball spots back.
I say I'm done.
With a fork in you.
That's crazy. That's wild. Look, man, TOTB the dopest. Moolah, where can they find you?
MoolahMonster.com. Y'all go check the website out, man. Incredible. You can find all that behind the scenes footage. TOTB podcast, man. Go check us out. MoolahMonster.com.
Yes, D Jenkins.
D Jenkins on all streaming platforms. Get in tune. Wake up. Listen here, man. If y'all ain't check out the new music, you doing yourself a great injustice. This a breeze. Wake up. Young boys. Get in tune, man. D Jenkins, all streaming platforms.
So, The Voice of Vibes, RMF. Find me every Tuesday night at Nightcap Radio, my radio Chicago, from 9 to 11. And of course, right here, thinking outside the box, man. So look, we will see y'all next season, ladies. Thank you again. Audience, one more time, let's give a hand clap for these beautiful ladies in here tonight.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
And Happy New Year's.
Be safe out there, all right? Be safe. And we will see y'all next season. And with that, we are
Thinking outside the box.
See y'all next time.
See things that come to head, turn out for scare you, scare reroute today. And follow us down Courage Lane. They cages in, break down the gates. We want all the smoke, like we chiefin' on a pound a day. But not talking intoxicating rage. Not intoxicating tragic.
Camped out at home for COVID? Join us, Indie TV, where you will see the talk shows, movies, drama, action, and comedy. Be the first and see it first. Sign up now for free at Indie TV.